All right. So welcome to Zoom for this week. Um, we're not going to be having chapter reviews this module. So I'm going to be naming the Zooms our a class meeting because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be to review anything that y'all are struggling with, any questions that y'all have regarding SimChart, because as I'm sure y'all have figured out through this week's assignments, that is the focus of this module is SimChart. And again, let me reiterate that this is where this practice and repetition that y'all are seeing, this is what is going to enable you to say, yes, I have this experience in a job interview. So this is really important, really, really important. I want to do a couple of quick class announcements. Let's see. First one being this weekend, I'm taking some self-care time. So email me and we'll figure it out on Monday. Don't freak out if you're having any issues. We'll take care of it first thing on Monday. And you know, we're online, so we have some flexibility. We'll work it out. Okay. But this weekend, I'm leaving town. I'm going to go see some family. Paige is going to meet cousins. She's 4.5 that she's never met in her life. And I get to meet what is like my little brother's brand new son for the first time. So I'm going to be all up in my family this weekend. So whatever y'all have issues with, email me. We'll catch up with it on Monday. Okay. That's number one. Number two, the y'all know I try to be as accommodating as I possibly can be when it comes to extending due dates and reopening assignments and things like that. But I have some folks, and it's not anybody here as usual, but I have some folks who are really taking advantage of that. And my office hours are 8 to 5, and y'all know when I'm available 24/7, I'll help y'all out if I can. But I have folks that are taking advantage of that and causing me a lot of extra work and taking time away from my family, which isn't fair. So I'm gonna kind of, when assignments close on Sunday, unless you have notified me beforehand that you've got something going on, I'm gonna need a doctor's note or some notice beforehand. If you're gonna need me to extend a due date because you know you have something going on that weekend, get with me by 5 o'clock on Friday, and I'll be more than happy to extend that due date for you. Okay, but I need some advance notice. I need some valid reasons why you're not able to do your stuff, or a doctor's note. So we're gonna start adhering to the rules a little bit more strictly than what we have been. Miss March, I saw you raise your hand.
Yes, I just want to give an example. For example, if you've done none of your labs and say you have a 20-day module and you're on day 18 and all of a sudden you want us to go all the way back to day 1 and open up the labs, that is not going to happen anymore. Just can't do it. It's not honestly, it makes it more work for us, but also it really takes away from you guys because it's not teaching you what the skills that you need to hold a job. Because I'm gonna tell you, say you get a job as a biller and you say, I just don't feel like billing today, doc. So I'm just gonna not turn anything in until Friday at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna try to get it all done between 3 and 5. You understand what I mean? This is your career right now. You cannot do this. And I'm not saying anybody here is doing that, but I'm just warning against the situation. We're not going to have it. When Miss Brandy calls me and says, "Hey, what do you think about?" You know what I'm going to say? Give me the story. She just had a baby and she's not feeling good. Oh, okay. She just didn't do anything on module. She doesn't respond. She doesn't communicate. It's going to be a no-go. And if you fail this module, you go to Miss April at the end.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
The folks that failed 156, because we did have a couple that failed 156, straight up had a couple that didn't do one single lab through the entire thing. And then I sent them a makeup lab and they declined to do that too. So I'm not going to give you a passing grade. That's a disservice to you because you didn't learn what you needed to do the job. So I had a couple of people that failed 156 and they don't get to retake that with me. They get to retake that with my boss's boss, our director of education.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all want to be in class with me. Okay. Y'all want to do it with me.
That don't sound fun at all.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not
It's fine.
today.
But that's how important these modules are, how vital they are. Is that our director of education is willing to get involved. And, you know, she doesn't normally instruct y'all. That's not her job. But she is taking it upon herself to make sure that y'all are getting the education that you need, that you have to have.
Miss Brandy, can you just take a minute and tell them who I am so they
I
know
sure-
why this crazy lazy lady
I
is in
sure
our class?
can. I sure can. Y'all, this is, aside from outside of Unitech being one of my closest friends and someone that I've worked with for dang near a decade, Miss Marcia is another NBC instructor online. She started out in campus, in the Alexandria campus, and after COVID switched to online, and eventually brought me onto the team. But she is also our co-chair, or are you the chair?
Program
For-
chair.
Program chair for medical billing and coding. She deals a lot with our curriculum, the assignments we do. She helps us out a lot with lesson plans and things like that, and keeping us compliant so we can maintain our accreditation. And our accreditation is what we need for people to know that y'all are getting a quality education, right?
Nice to meet you, everybody. So if you ever get a call because you're absent more than 4 days and I say, hey, this is Miss Marcia, is everything okay?
Yeah, this is the lady.
And I
This
will
is
be
the one
popping
coming.
in on and off. So that way you guys won't be wondering, who is this lady?
Yeah.
Very nice to meet everybody. I love all your smiling faces.
But
Same.
Marcia is actually one of the people who trained me the most at my first medical billing job. She was working there when I joined on, and really taught me a lot. And, you know, I wouldn't be where I am without her. And I hope that everybody has somebody in their life who has been the blessing that she has been to me.
And ditto, guys, I wouldn't even turn my computer off at our
No, she
billing and
wouldn't.
coding job. I was scared to death. Brandy sat, at first she sat one desk ahead of me, then she sat 2 desks ahead of me, and I'd say, Brandy, I need help, hurry. Because I didn't know anything. So now I'm much more tech savvy, and she gets emotional sometimes when I'm doing something or I'm showing somebody something, or I even can show her something. Y'all, I want to say, ha ha, I can show her something now.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
And ditto,
Like-
I'm proud of Miss Brandy. I'm so excited that God opened the door for Miss Brandy to join this team. So
Me too. So yeah. I get all up in my feels about Marcia. I really do. And y'all, when my daughter was born, she was the only person that I would leave my child with.
Aww.
Only person. The only person at all. Her or her daughter, Anna Grace. You just couldn't ask for better people at all.
Yeah, good people are hard to come around.
That's right. They're few and
They
far
are.
between these days, y'all. Few
Yes,
and far
they are.
between.
well, thank you, Miss Brandy. You rock too. And guys, this just goes to show you how we are with each other. We care about you guys just the same. We don't get on you because we're just being mean or whatever. If we didn't care, you wouldn't hear from us, right? We'd just be like, oh, whatever.
Right.
All the way across the board, you have a support team. A team, not just Miss Brandy, but me and Miss April and even the other instructors. We are here for you. We want to see you succeed. So we want you to know that if you need extra support, you can reach out anytime to any of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's see. All right, so this meeting should be pretty brief. We're gonna go over kind of anything that y'all have had issues with this week, getting into SimChart, accessing them assignments. Aisha, I see you, girl. What you got for me?
I just want to say, and I don't have a problem with, you know me, I've been going back and forth with you all week. I'm like, it's me again.
And it ain't just you.
Man,
Y'all, I dropped the ball at the beginning of the week too, not including things in assignment instructions that it should have included. So
But
it's
even
not
though,
detail.
once you explained it and I did get it together, the point of the assessments at the end, the quiz, it's just like we didn't read any of this stuff. Some of
Right.
it, I was like, so is this supposed to be a common sense test where we supposed, maybe I feel like it's a trick. So maybe we supposed to use our common sense to answer the question.
Yeah. Like some of it is, and I've noticed that some of them, they kind of give you, I noticed there was one in particular that I read and I was like, oh, this is going to trip some folks up. And it was one about if Dr. So-and-so allows you to double book or book 2 patients in 1 hour and blah, blah, and how many patients should you book in this time frame?
Yeah.
I was like, really? But
Yeah, it threw me for a loop.
that's one of those things, y'all. Different doctors are going to require their schedule run different ways. So it's all about interpreting what they want and when, and how they want their appointments run. So it is something that you need to get used to seeing and stuff like that. So yeah.
I was just
So
like,
not all of y'all have seen, not all of the questions in the quizzes are going to apply to something you directly read. You're going to have to think, or it might have been something that was relevant to that assignment or something like that. But it's all good stuff for y'all to know. And y'all are doing great overall. Y'all are really doing great. I can actually go in and see your answers to these quizzes and see how y'all did. And that's how I'm pulling your grades over into e-learning. These assignments I can actually go in and look at and see. And I'm kind of I'm going through and looking and trying to figure out where the majority of y'all are kind of struggling. If a lot of y'all are getting the same question wrong, I'm going to address that at some point.
I don't care how old I get. It's always going to be true, false questions for me.
I hate
always
false
get
questions.
Those are tricky though.
So
Some
I'm
of them
like-
are.
my class knows when I'm irritated with them because I give them true false questions. They're like, what did we
I'm like,
do?
then I'm rethinking my own stuff.
Yeah. It's like you think one thing, but it's like, okay.
Wait a minute. If I read it this way, is it? Yeah, no.
I know, man.
Okay.
But is everybody, I've got one person who her stuff, like she's doing the assignments, but they're not showing up in my grade book. I'm gonna have to get with support on Monday on that. So if I text you and say, hey, I haven't seen that you've even touched your assignments, and you have, get with me. Okay, it might be a thing. So far, I've only got one student that this is a thing with, and I got to get that figured out. But she is able to go in and it lists the assignments that she did and her percentage. So she's able to take a picture and send that picture to me so that I know that she did those assignments, because for some reason it's just not showing up on my end. I don't know what the deal is, but I'll get it figured out. No worries about that. So one really great thing about this module, because we have these little quizzes at the end of the assignment, you're not gonna have any exams.
Woo! Yay! I'm for it. Cause I be stressed out. And then I be bothering Miss Brand because I'm missing a lot of them. When she be like, girl, you made a 116 out of this, and I'd be like, look, because I was racking my brain trying to have the right answers at all times, because this is a big thing for me. Like I have to graduate in these
Yeah, some people just don't test well, and that's just all there is to it. They just don't, for whatever reason, they just don't test well, whether it's a mental thing or just the way the information's laid out, whatever the case may be. Some people just don't test well. And that's why I offer those retakes for y'all and stuff like that. But not gonna have to worry about it in this module. All your little quizzes are gonna add up to your exam grades and your lab grades. So enjoy.
Right.
Enjoy that little break. Let's see. So no exams. Make sure you do those quizzes and save or submit those, however it's asking you to do.
With the labs, it's saying that it's nothing to be submitted, and so I don't understand that part. But all my day to day, I've gone through those already.
E-learning. In e-learning, you're talking about having something to upload.
Right.
Okay. The first two days when I set those labs, it was kind of a test. All right. Those, I'm going to pull your grade and close it and give you your grade for those labs. You'll notice from, I think it's day 3 of 20 on, it's a different format. It doesn't even give you an option to upload anything. So you're just going to go in, read which assignments you need to do in SimChart and just do that. That's all there is. There's nothing else you need to do in e-learning unless I specify otherwise.
Okay. Because I was concerned about that because I was like, wait, how am I get a grade for my labs and it's nothing to submit? Do I need to screenshot something and email it to you or what?
I just had to figure out how to set up the assignment where it was different and it didn't give you anything to upload. So it took me a couple of days to work that out. But it'll be that same format from here on out, where if there's nothing to upload, you're not going to have the option to upload. So you can worry about it. And if there is something to upload, I'm going to be very specific.
Right. So we'll, like, with the SimChart, you go in it to see our assignment, and that's how we get our grade. Okay.
Yeah. After you do the little quizzes and stuff, like I can actually see, I can go in right now and see who's done which assignment and who hasn't done anything. And I can actually see which ones y'all have in progress. It shows me a little in progress tool if you're currently working on one. So I got my eye on you.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the 20, I'm like, I know we don't have 20 seconds to do this.
No, that is a rough estimate of how long the thing should take you to do. And if y'all noticed, I'm only giving y'all like 4 a day. So we're keeping it at a decent time frame. Okay.
Wait a minute, I can't do it that fast.
And then nothing to read. No crazy reading in this one.
I know that's, oh my goodness. I'm ready now.
I told y'all.
I'm ready
Y'all
for
better
that.
enjoy it now because it's gonna be over soon, and then it's back to textbooks that you have to read.
Nope,
But
I'm gonna
it's-
enjoy
it's,
this right
it's
here.
not bad. The next module 158 and then 151, they're not bad. Y'all enjoy that too. But then it's back to coding. Like 6 months in the step-by-step manual to code. But that's my favorite part. I love coding.
But hey, here's what's up on that too. Y'all have already been through most of that.
Yeah, I did.
There's some of y'all that you're gonna have to do that first
Evaluation and
coding
manual.
module,
Yeah.
and then you're done. Then you finished up for most of y'all. So y'all aren't gonna have to get back into the heavy nitty gritty of what we were doing with all the cold coding. And
Good
remember,
luck to everyone
remember,
else.
the NCCT exam is not cold coding. So it's going to be different. It'll be easier for y'all to figure out which code you need to use.
True.
Okay. Okay. Also, speaking of NCCT, I have only had one person reach out to me and say they were interested in the front office assistant exam part that Unitech will offer. So again, if y'all are interested in that, yeah, Aisha, you're the only one that spoke up.
I'm interested in it, but I didn't receive the message about it.
There wasn't a message. You just need to email me and tell me you're interested. So I can put you on a list and we'll get you the prep information that you need.
Please and thank you.
Okay.
I am most definitely interested.
Shoot me an email to
Send an
remind.
email, Brittany.
Okay.
Human memory. Okay. So yeah, again, if y'all are interested in that, which I highly recommend, I mean, why not? Unitech pays for it. Why not? Let's do the thing. Let's get a free certification to put on our resume, you know? Let's see, what else we need to cover?
I have a question. Do you get paid more when you have that certification versus someone that would get hired, could be hired for the same job, doesn't have that certification?
You should.
You
And
know what I'm
if
saying?
you-
Like somebody
if you-
off the street,
Okay.
you know,
Let me give
You
you
know-
an example. Say you apply for a job that has a job posting and they don't give you an exact rank, they don't give you an exact dollar amount for this job. They say the range is $16 to $20 an hour, depending on experience. If I went into that job interview with a certification and any amount of experience whatsoever, you better be offering me close to that $20. And when they don't, that's when you say, can you explain to me why I'm not getting the top end when I have such and such a training, I have such and such a certification? That's how you handle that. Because yes, you should get paid more for these certifications and experience.
right.
That's ups your value. Absolutely. Yep. I would probably, y'all, if I went into a billing interview right now and they offered me the low end of the range, I would look at them and I would laugh. I would straight up laugh.
I love billing. It's what I like.
Yeah, yeah. And as an example of this, we're going to talk, one of the things I want to talk to y'all about, you remember in our last presentation, I showed you a patient statement that I had gotten that was not correct. It did not reflect my copays. It did not reflect the insurance adjustments. And one of the invoices I got them actually billed me for something that should have been adjusted off due to a federal regulation. So a little update on that situation. And I'm kind of excited about this and see what y'all think. So the company that sent me this bill, the doctor that I saw there was very, very good to me. They took care of me and addressed my back pain and took it seriously when another provider did not. So they helped me a lot. They set me up with an MRI, gave me my referral to the spinal surgeon that I requested. They helped me exponentially. So I can see in the billing statement that they sent me, and I can also see in the fact that the guy, Matthew, has not yet responded back to me, that Matthew is overwhelmed and he has more on his plate than what he can handle. Or he has I don't think they have a billing person in this office. I think that Matthew is their office manager. He is their coder. He is their billing specialist. He does all these things. And I think it's just too much for one person. I don't think he has a realistic job expectation. So what I have decided to do, I've gone back and I found my invoices for the co-payments that I made, the receipts from their office. I found those. I have gone to Blue Cross and I've tracked down the payments that they made, including check and trace numbers, EFT numbers where stuff was direct deposited. I have done their billing person's job for them on my account. On my account, they have nothing left to do except post it and give me what my final balance to them should be. It should be around $15. So, but here's what I'm going to do. I am actually going to, because I want to help them, because they helped me so much, I am not going to come at them ugly and say, look, you dropped the ball and I'm going to need you to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to them and I'm going to say, hey, I really appreciate all the help that you guys gave me last year when I was in so much pain that I was in tears on a daily basis. Y'all helped me put that to an end. I'm a billing specialist. I would like to offer you help. I would like to offer you my services. I want to help you like you helped me. Even if it's a couple hours a week where I go pick up some patient statements and call insurances for a few hours and track down payments for them, that could help them out exponentially. That takes a couple of hours of work off of Matthew's plate and helps them get their patient statement straight. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer them my services and try to help them get back on track. And that helps everybody. That helps them because right now they're angering patients. They're losing money. They're losing track of money. And an office cannot stay in business if it stays like that. If that continues, we're a year later and they don't have my copays or the insurance payments. Their office is not going to make it if it stays in that condition. So I'm going to offer to help. And that is something that I want y'all to keep in mind for later on. Once y'all get into this stuff and you know what you're doing, you can turn things like this into opportunities. I cannot tell you how many coders and billers that I have worked with in an office or even other instructors that do billing on the side for themselves. They contract out, work at home, put in a few hours a week for a certain doctor's office if that's all they need. And that's extra money for me. That's more stuff that I can put on my resume, more experience for me. And something that I kind of thought about, what if that office decides that they want a full-time billing person? They want a full-time billing specialist. I got 45 billing specialists right here in front of me. Anybody interested in moving to the Shreveport Bossier City area? You know,
Well, Miss Brenda, you could start your own billing company.
I know. I thought about that.
Start you an
Mm.
LLC and get you a
Actually, you know, that's funny, but I actually talked to my uncle about what it takes to form an LLC since I've been doing so much stuff on the side. I kind of need to make sure
And
I'm
you know
doing that
about
correctly.
credentialing, because you know if you have a new office and they need a biller and they're looking to outsource, you got to know about credentialing. Miss Brandy knows all about that.
Yep.
But anyway, okay, I'm hushing.
But so, you know, this is where if you would have asked me 8 years ago when I got my first billing job, you know, and I told y'all all I did at first was scan documents all day and enter data. If you'd have told me in 10 years you will be instructing people to do this, helping people to better their situation, and actually offering your services to someone, I'd have said, you're crazy. That ain't me. It's offering my services is a little bit outside of my comfort zone. But like I said, these people helped me when I really, really needed it. My primary care doctor would not treat my back. She did not take it seriously, and I was suffering. I was suffering. By the time I had surgery, I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't drive anymore. I couldn't hold my daughter. I couldn't do anything. I was bed bound. So they really helped me, and I want to help them. But there's something I want to show y'all. Something else that I realized when I found the invoices for my co-payments. Give me a second just to bring that up, and I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. Okay, let's see. Who's the sick? I'm gonna see if y'all can spot what's wrong with this picture. All right. Share. All right, can y'all see that? Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture?
Sales tax?
Bingo, baby. Bingo, baby. They are not allowed to charge me sales tax on an insurance copay. And they
Why
did
is it-
on both invoices, they did. They charged me 9.5% tax. So I thought that was the case. So what Brandy went ahead and did is this morning, I went ahead and called the Bossier Parish sales tax and use office and verified that no, ma'am, they cannot charge me sales tax. And the sales and tax office was like, ma'am, would you please bring that in so we can audit them?
Oops.
I was like, oh, and I hadn't told him who it was or nothing. I was like, I'll see what I can do about getting that printed out and get back with you. Click. Because I'm not trying to bring that kind of trouble on them, but I do need to make them aware of it.
So I have a question with that. You're saying the sales tax. Can an office upcharge you if you're using debit or credit? Because, you know, we now have fees for credit card machines. and things.
Convenience fees, yes. They
Yes.
can charge you a convenience fee if you use a card for a copay. Now, if this invoice would have said convenience fee, $4.18, I would have thought nothing about it, but it's not. It says sales tax. And that's not allowed, because anything they collect for sales tax, they're supposed to turn in to the sales tax and use office. So this is kind of a big no-no for them. And I don't know if it's just whoever's running these payments doesn't know that. Somebody
I
needs to
wonder how
educate
many other people they've done that with, though. It's the thing.
Oh, I would be willing to bet any customer who has paid anything with a credit card
Mm.
in the past year would be my guess. So
Do they know that they're not supposed to be doing that?
I don't know. Whenever I talk to Matthew again, I'm gonna find out. Like I said, that man, and you can tell when he answers the phone, y'all, that he is frazzled. He is
Mhm.
overwhelmed and overworked, and you can tell it in the way. Hello, I'm sorry, I'm not in my office right now. Can you text me your stuff so I can get back to you? That's how he is. He is on the verge of a nervous breakdown, it sounds like.
Bless his heart.
And he's a really nice guy. I've had a lot of dealings with him when I saw the doctor. He's a really nice guy. The doctor is a really great doctor. The girl that answers the phone and schedules the appointments is really sweet too. I've never had a bad experience in that office, but they need some billing help. They need some billing help bad.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to help them.
Yeah, you might be the saving grace.
Oh, I hope to be. That'd be lovely. I
You
would love
might
to be that for somebody. I would
You
love to.
might be.
But yeah, so this, like I said, this opens so many doors for y'all. So many doors for y'all. And what if I did start my own billing company? What if I formed me a little LLC and I picked up enough stuff on the side that I could hire y'all? Or at least some of y'all.
I live in the Lafayette area.
Girl, I'm hoping to move back to the Lafayette area. In fact, that's where I'm gonna be this weekend. I'll be between Lafayette and Franklin in Morgan City.
Not me. I'm not hiring none of y'all.
Go, Marcia, miss out then.
I'm in the Lafayette area as well, so
My students on point. Okay.
Oh no.
My students on point.
Guys, I'm just going to share this with you. One of my previous students, matter of fact, she was my very first ever NTHS student, is actually doing my job at where I used to work with Miss Brandy at ACS. She's actually doing what as a cardiology coder, and she's sitting in Miss Brandy's desk.
Come on
She
now.
talked too much, so the boss needed to put her right in front of her office.
Just like me.
Just like Brandy.
Y'all, I used to sit on the opposite side of the room of my boss, and I'm sociable, man. So I would pop my head over a cubicle and talk to somebody when I wanted to.
She got her work done.
I did get my work done.
Our old boss went through spurts of she didn't want anybody to talk, and then she would come in and say, "Why is everybody so quiet?" So it really isn't really the employee, it's the employer is
Yeah. And I think
fickle.
more than wanting to keep her eye on me, I started having a personal issue with the girl in the cubicle next to me. And I was like, you got to get me away from her, because one day I'm all my professionalism gonna fly out the window, and I'm gonna read her from one end to the other. I'm gonna tell her everything about herself.
I teach my kids to read politely.
There you go. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Miss Brandon. I have to go to work.
Okay, we're just about done. You're good. to go.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. So do y'all have any questions about module 157 or SIM chart or any of the stuff that we're working on? Any more questions about that stuff?
Nope, I'm ready to finish the 20 days now. No tests, just no reading, just do the work. I'm ready.
Get it, girl.
I'm ready now.
Well, just if you get stuck on any one thing, let me know. And I'm also, y'all, I'm going to start putting in starting next week in the assignments for each one that I assign you. I'm going to put the page number in the book where those steps start. Okay, just to make it a little easier for y'all to find.
That was the
just-
only thing that
I
got
should have
me.
been doing that from the start. Like I said, y'all, I dropped the ball on that. I'm sorry.
Well, I did pretty good winging it though.
Okay, how do y'all feel about today being that makeup day? Marsha gave me that idea.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Don't get used to it. It's only the first week. That's the only time you're gonna get that makeup day. Well, unless Miss Brandy wants to give it to you, I don't get to decide. But for mine, I give it to them the first week because everybody's going mind blown. What's going on?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, to
Really.
get a rhythm of how, okay, I'm doing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
figure it out, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very
agree.
good. Very good, folks. Very good. All right. Well, if y'all don't have anything else for me, that's really, I think, all I've got for y'all for today.
Yeah.
And again, if y'all need me to extend due dates, please get with me by 5 on Friday. If you need help with any of the assignments or anything, just get with me. I had one person this morning, y'all, who couldn't find, there's like an incident report. And it was as simple as she was in patient forms instead of office forms. And, I was able to text her that in like 2.5 seconds. And she's back on her way. So please don't think that you're bothering me with text messages and stuff like that. You don't. We got to communicate to get y'all through this. So if y'all
When
get
we
stuck,
texting all
easy.
day, I feel like I'm doing too much. I'm like, I'm getting on her nerves. Lord.
never. Don't ever
I
think
feel
that.
like that. Lord, I'm like, Lord, Miss Brandy, look, it's me. Don't get mad. I'm sorry. But I'm back again.
Don't
I got-
ever, y'all, please, I'm serious. Don't ever think that y'all are getting on my nerves or frustrating me if we're going back and forth. And if my text messages are pretty short and to the point, it's not because I'm frustrated or mad. It's probably because I'm going back between several of y'all at one time. And I'm just trying to get you what you need to get going. That's it.
Gotcha.
Miss Brandy, check your email before you head out.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. I'm leaving.
Bye.
I'm not saying y'all have to leave. It was great to meet you all, and I'll see you soon.
Nice
Bye,
seeing you
Marcia.
again.
Thanks for stopping in.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
All right. If y'all don't have anything for me, guys, that's pretty much all I got for y'all. Other than just have a great weekend. So far, so good. Y'all are doing great in the sim chart assignments so far. So just keep that up. And again, reach out if you need to. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy your weekend.
All right. Y'all have a blessed one.
You too.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, ladies.